Hi, this is Christina, and I wanted to talk about fear labels, comments, or um, labels that we give each other to induce fear in each other. I just had a conversation with my dad about this point of God having a plan, and I just questioned him on some stuff within common sense, like, is rape a part of God's plan? Is war a part of God's plan? Is, all this stuff, and we just went into this conversation about, what is allowed, and um, by the end of it, he had said that um, there might be a minority of people who do what is right, as in Jesus and his teaching and his followers were a small group, but the majority of people are wicked. He had said that the majority of people are evil, and so that the majority of this world will not change and live what is best for all. And what I saw within this is that it has the potential to create fear in ourselves. And I've had this statement said to me before. When I first started participating with Destiny, my mother had said to me, I would talk about an equal money system and these principles of living what is best for all, such as self-honesty and self-forgiveness and an equal money system. And she had said to me that you will get nothing but resistance. People will not want to hear about any of this. So it's this idea of basically being crucified for speaking and revealing the truths of this world. To expose the abuse of this world leads to crucifixion, like Jesus and his message of equality and love thy neighbor as thyself and give unto another what you would like to receive. He was crucified because of this, because of his message and his principles and his teachings. And this point is still used in our world today as a way to keep people in fear, to not change and to not to challenge what is here and not to question what is here, by saying basically you will be crucified by the mass majority of people, because the majority of people will not want to hear. And I think it's fascinating because it is used as fear. Like, it is said as a way, don't stand up to the system, don't stand up to what is going on in this world, don't stand up to the idea of God, because you will be crucified. People will resist you and people will react to you, and basically you will be outcasted, or you will be shunned, or you will be looked down upon. And it's fear to not stand up and say this world is unacceptable. And human beings exist as that unacceptableness, as we all exist in self-interest within our own minds, with our own ideas about who we are, what this world is, our own belief systems that allow separation and abuse to exist, because it doesn't consider what is best for all. And what is best for all is common sense, the absolute truth in this world, because it considers everything that is here. Every form of life that is here is considered within the equation of what is best for all. And to stand as an example of what is best for all, such as challenging the world systems, the education system, the religious systems, the economic system, to challenge that, to question it, to ask, does it support what is best for all, is what is best for all. And to say that, for someone to use a statement such as, let me just see specifically what was said. Jesus had followers as well, lots of them, but in the end he was the minority. And what did he get for trying to do the right thing? Well, we know the rest of the story. As long as human beings proclaim to know what is best for all, what is best, we are doomed. There will never be unity as a human race. Never. If and when man can truly love one another as himself, it will be then that there will truly be peace in heaven on earth. But until then, we are doomed for eternal damnation, both in this life and the afterlife. There will always be a small minority that try to do the right thing, but the vast majority are evil, wicked people, and in the day or your last breath, I can only hope and pray that there is something better for both you and I. So it's basically stating majority of people won't want to change, majority of people won't see the common sense of an equal money system or the common sense of what is best for all, how it includes all parts of what is here. It includes every human being having their right to life. It says that people won't want to hear that, the majority of people won't want to hear that, and you are a minority if you stand up within the principle of what is best for all and exposing this world, and, you know, giving the example of, you know what happened to Jesus when he tried to proclaim the same message. He was crucified, using that as a way to induce fear, like, just sit down, shut up, don't question anything, don't challenge anything, accept the world the way that it is, and hope and pray that there's something else better for us. Isn't that fucking self-abuse? Isn't that abuse of this world? Isn't that blind ignorance? Isn't that not what Jesus would do? Wouldn't Jesus stand up and say, give equality to this world, live equality as yourself, love your neighbor as yourself, and just because the majority is not doing it, gives you no excuse to not live it yourself. Because if you see the common sense and the common sense of that, if you can see within yourself in self-honesty that that is what will create a world that is best for all, if each becomes self-responsible and stand up to be the change and to expose this world and offer solutions that are best for all, isn't that what Jesus would do? Isn't that our responsibility? Isn't that what, I mean, I guess my point is just to say that we can't fear how people will react to what we're saying. You know, I walk with destiny, and I walk and I live and I apply these tools of breathing and self-honesty and self-forgiveness, and I support an equal money system because it is what is best for all. Now, I realize that some people don't want to hear that, and I have had people resist me and react to me, but can I allow that to stop me? Is that best for all? No, because that just perpetuates what is already here. People who are enslaved in fear of not standing up. And that is unacceptable. There is no excuse. There's no justification. You know, it's just fascinating what people will use as a way to cause fear in each other, to keep us silent, to keep us, you know, continued to accept this world the way it is and not question it and not see it for real, that we are responsible for this world. And it's time that we take responsibility for our world and to be the change and to not allow the fear of the majority stop us. Because one by one, we can create a group that stands and lives what is best for all, and then we become the majority. And we won't stop until it's done. And we cannot allow fear to stop us, because fear is what this world already exists and consists of. The point is stopping the fear and not allowing it to control us or to give us direction, but to be the directive principle of our lives. And to say, to hear no further. I will not accept and allow myself to fear the majority of people that won't change. Because you know what? I can change. I am self-responsible. I can see within self-honesty my responsibility. And so I walk, and so I live, and so I apply myself, and I correct myself. And I continue to stand and show there are solutions to this world. And we cannot wait and see what will happen. So I guess that's the little rant I wanted to share. Labels of fear. Um, yeah. Um, Currently within Destiny, we're walking our fears and exposing different labels that are given to each other to induce fear within each other. And so this is one of the labels that I saw come up in my communication and interaction with another. Um, Examples of how Jesus was crucified, and giving an example that the majority will not change and the minority will have resistance. This is used as fear, and I will not allow it to stop me. So, thanks.